We are live. Hello, and welcome to the Cutback with Tumpilo. We are watching Bafana Bafana as they kick off their CAF Champions League. Champions League. AFCON. They are playing AFCON. Sankremil. So Bafana Bafana are kicking off their AFCON campaign, and today they are starting off against Angola. And if you look at the matches, the very first match that we had last night, it was one that we did not expect. Comoros just narrowly lost. I would say narrowly because it took for individual brilliance by the second goal especially, and the first one, Brahim Diaz, was a good goal, but it didn't seem as dominant, and we just saw Mali and Zambia play a 1-1 draw today. So now it's down to Bafana Bafana versus, we're now on Group B, right? We're now on Group B where Bafana Bafana are with Angola, Egypt, and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe are playing Egypt later on today, and I will be here for that watch-along as well. So as you are joining the live stream, please just make sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know what your predictions are on the starting 11. And also, while we're on that, just give me your match predictions as well. Who do you think, or how do you see this game going based on the two teams? Because, I mean, I think it goes without saying that even though we might have some Angolan friends, right? But for the most part, everyone expects Bafana Bafana to win this game. But here's what I'm going to say. Yesterday, I watched Morocco play Comoros, and I said that that game was supposed to be straightforward for Morocco, but it wasn't, you know. So now, given that, and what AFCON has shown us in the previous editions, I'm no longer of the idea that one team can just be dominant because on paper they are dominant, right? So anything can happen in this game. I'm not going to start lying and say it's going to be an easy game for Bafana Bafana, but who am I kidding? Bafana Bafana will win this game. So let me have a poll. Who predicts? Match prediction. RSA win. Angola win. Angola win. Or do you think it's going to be a draw? You guys can let me know what your predictions are for this game. And another thing is the starting 11. You know, one of the great things about Bafana Bafana currently is that the starting 11, I guessed it before it was even written. I guessed the entire starting 11. The only position I'm not sure about was who was going to play in as the right winger. But every other position I knew was going to play there. I knew the right back was going to be Mtawa. I knew Yezana was going to play with Mbogazi. Okay, and I knew that Modiba at left back. I knew the midfield pairing and the 10, the left winger. It was just one position that I was not sure. Right? So that's one thing. Petrol was saying you need mods that can do that for you. I'm thinking about that. I'm doing more and more streams now. So I'm probably going to start having mods. And you are definitely one of those people who are going to be on the list because you're always on every live stream. So maybe, just maybe. Let me see. Add as moderator. Let me see. Let me give you a moderator role because as the reward of always being there on every stream. Yeah. So that's the thing. Let's see how many people, 100% people are predicting Bafana Bafana to win. There's been a few votes, but the votes are there regardless. I don't even know where my head is. Today I decided that I've been working way too hard and I just went and did Christmas shopping and too much of my money was spent. So I was like, you know what? I need to play FIFA today so that I can be without stress. So here we are, Bafana Bafana starting 11. Ronan Williams in goal, Mutau on the right. I cannot tell you how relieved I am that Umtau is playing football again. Like, yo, he is my favorite. He has clean. He's so clean. I do not know one right back in world football, like in terms of his defensive ability, who's as clean and as technical, like technical, not in terms of what he can do with the ball, but his technique of how he tackles. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Yabona umtawu, guys. No, man. No, man. Khuliso Mtawu. He's like levels above when it comes to his defending. Like he's insane. His tackling is insane. His tackling is one that that a lot of people would wish defenders would have, right? And that's my thing. That's my thing. I love Khuliso Mtawu as a player, and I was one of those people who, when he was being benched by Sundowns and there were issues with his contract, I don't know what the issue was, but I was like, please just get him to play because we can't play without him being available. And now the fact that he's there, it just makes me the happiest person ever. And then obviously Ngezana and Bogazi. Now this is where it gets very, very interesting, right? I say that because Ngezana and Bogazi have played together. The only reason why Ngezana they were separated for I think one game was because I think Ngezana got suspended. Yeah, got suspended and they ended up playing Usbisi alongside him, Mbogazi, which they know each other from Pirates as well. But the thing is with Ungezana Ngezana no Mbogazi, I wonder how much pressure Mbogazi or Bruce got into selecting Mbogazi because yes, he's hands down the best centre back available in South African football. But I also wonder if this UTM thing did not happen, if Mbogazi was going to play the first match or was he going to be punished. But I also think that he was going to play in any case because Ulomchitalo Bruce is not a guy who gets hung up on things. He says what he means and he means what he says and he does what he means and he does it in whichever way that is as best as possible, So I don't think that there is like the pressure from the political side forced him to, select the players that he selected. I just think that he did exactly what he would have done in any case without the pressure from anyone because, Hugo Bruce does exactly what he wants to do. And that's gotten him where he is right now. That's gotten Bafana Bafana where we are right now. Then the whole country is where we are because we've allowed Hugo Bruce to do what he does. And what it does is win. And his method is something that a lot of people do not agree with, but he doesn't care. That's the thing. He just doesn't care about what people say and what your opinions are. And it's one of the things that, a lot of people would say, oh, but there's a lot of pressure. He's the type of guy who's like, pressure? Really? What pressure? Right? So it's one of those things that I look at him and I'm like, yeah, we got a good one here who cannot get influenced by fans because I mean we've seen this. We've seen coaches get broken by fans, by what fans have to say. And a little part of me thinks that there is a huge possibility that some fans just don't uh, like you'll hear when people talk about South African coaches, they will say, oh, we need someone from South Africa who understands the culture. What culture are we talking about? Right? Yeah. So Petrol is saying, Ngezana for physicality, especially a player apologizes. Yeah, I think that's another reason because Ungezana 1v1 defending, he's excellent. Aerially, he's also excellent. And now we're playing in Africa, Vele. So obviously, we are expecting a physical game in Africa. Well, it might not be like that physical or need to go there, but it is going to get physical in some aspects because it's African football. That happens. Things just happen like that. One thing that I am wondering is Nkota, right? I'm not hating on the guy again. He's the only player that I look at. I think even against Angola, the lights are too bright. Even against not Angola, when we played Nigeria, I know he's the one who did he score or did he give an assist? He did something though, Nkota in that game against um against Nigeria. But it was one that I thought he was um he was getting bullied a bit. Not too much, but slightly, ever so slightly. Can we like the video? Can we like the video? So I wonder what if there is a plan B on this because I'm looking at the bench. The bench for starters consists of Smith, Damane, Bata, Moremi, Mofokeng, Mokwana, Aupas, Chaine, Kabini, Mahopa, and then Campbell and Matuludi. You're kidding? We're allowed 12 subs on the bench. That is crazy. I didn't know this. I actually didn't know that we're allowed 12 subs on the like people who can sit on the bench. 12. Wow, that's crazy. So basically, everyone. That's what's happening here. Everyone sits on the bench because Bruce did say a few days ago that what did he say? He said that each confederation can select 28 players, but I think with the last 5, I think there's additional money that needs to come from confederation and whatnot, which is why he only selected 23 to travel. So the 23 who traveled, all of them are out there right now at that study, Marrakesh. So that's also interesting. But if I look on the bench and look for alternatives, let's just say, God forbid, right? Let's just say something happens to Mtau, who comes in for him. There's no one. You kidding? Oh, there's Matuludi. Okay. Right back, there's Matuludi. Center backs, there's Undamane and there's Watchalong Smith. So we are covered there as well. I'm a 6. Kunomkwena Nostole who are starting, but if we're to something, God forbid, was to happen to one of them, there's Umbata, there's Aupas, perfect. And then as a 10, this is when Mfokeng would come in because there's no other 10 who could be there. They can play Campbell there as well. As a left winger, there's Campbell who can play in that position. There's Mokwana who can play in that position. There's Mfokeng. On the right, there's Moremi and Mfokeng Campbell as well can play that side. And then up front, there's Mahopa, just Mahopa. And then on the left, there's obviously left back Kabini, or they can play Undamane even if they want to. So what the squad has right now, what the Bafana Bafana squad has, it's a lot of players. It's a lot of players who can basically. There's a replacement for everyone who's starting. Basically, there's a replacement for every single player. And it does look like, not that it does look like, it's definitely every player has a replacement. There's a like for like sub for each and every one of them, with the keepers getting an extra keeper. But literally, we're double. The 11 that are starting, there's a person. But now, I know I said there is who can play this position as well. But if we're talking in terms of like for like and which position is best suited for each player who's on the bench, so Smith is suited as a centre back. That's his main position. That's the position that is selected for. Undamane, centre back. That's the position is selected for. Umbata, he's selected to replace Umkwen. And then Aupas is selected to replace Ustol. Umkwana is selected to replace Apolis. And then China, okay, the goalkeepers. Kabini is selected for Motiba. Ukos, the keeper. Mahopa, striker. Campbell. Are we saying Campbell? I feel like I'm missing a player, guys. Am I missing a player? Oh, we have an extra player, but it's a keeper. It's a keeper. If we're to make a starting 11, another 11 with the team that's on the bench, the person who would start would be Chaine, and then the right back of the team would be Matuludi, the left back would be Kabini, the centre back pairing would be Ndamane and Smith, Aupas and Bata in midfield, Mfukeng as a 10, Campbell as a left winger, Mokwana as a right winger, and then Mahopa as a striker, and then Umoremi will also be there. Oh, okay. So I'm starting to think Campbell is not like the main direct and first choice person to come on at left wing. We might see him, but I'm starting to feel like he wouldn't, because I'm looking at Mokwana, who's played there. Yes, Nancy Lokunju Petolo is saying, I don't like the fact that we only have one specialist number 10 and no specialist backup. That's true. Like, even what Uzenzele is saying, this is the youngest team we've ever had in AFCON. That is true. Yeah, but there is no natural 10 because Mbule is not even one. That's true. Mbule is not a 10. A lot of people, when you say that, they think you are crazy, but even Mbule is not a 10. Like, the only 10 that we had was Uzwane, who got injured. Like, me, guys, I will tell you, this is not me complaining and being negative before the tournament even starts. But if I was to select someone, I would have taken Utembazwane, man. I would have taken Utembazwane and dropped, and would have left Mokwana. Because right now, if you look at Mokwana, what position does he play? Right wing. There is Nkota, there is Umrem. So we're fine there. On the left, there is Apolis, there is Mfuke, there is Campbell. So we're fine there. Or just say there is Apolis and Campbell. We're fine. 10, Umbule, Umfukeng is kind of, can be, but is not. So rather than having 3 right wingers, drop one of them. Drop Mukwana and just bring a 10. A proper 10 who's going to actually be responsible and take responsibility for that creativity. So someone Uzenzele is saying Tito just came back from injury and he's not been really doing much. But also, I think the other thing with Tito, the reason why he was left behind, he's dropped off. But the more I watch Pirates, the more he looks like a box-to-box midfielder to me. I'm sorry. Because he helps the team. Why am I even apologizing? He would help Pirates. He helps Pirates play a lot. And that makes me go, why does it look more like just a playmaker, like a playmaker force than like that person with the final pass or the creative force? It just seems like the guy who just helps, the team play and progress the ball in the middle. Because sometimes you'll see him, since he's bold, he will drop so deep he collects the ball. and his space is not occupied by anyone. So, yeah. Zanzele is saying, thank you. Going to AFCON without a natural 10 is, I don't know. I think when the drop Mokwana, I agree, yes. I don't like it as a 10. Okay, saying Ifundilele. I think, as I said, one huge reason. Oh, let's like the video. Let's like the video, guys. 1836. The game is going to be starting in 24 minutes. So I was saying that the other sad reality that we have is that if we were to explore the number 10s that are available to Bafana Bafana, like forget the ones who are called up. Let's just think about the ones who are not called up or the reserves. You have Umtutuzi Shabalala, another 10 who's been performing for Chiefs, but in the past few matches for Chiefs has not been doing that great. So that's a problem on its own. So really, Bafana Bafana in South Africa as a whole, we have struggled to have a number 10. That is why Hugo Bruce, I mean, we all remember, no one has forgotten this. Hugo Bruce did not want Tembazwane. You remember that? He was like, nah, Tembazwane is not a player we need and all of that. But then in everything that Bafana Bafana did, he kept on realizing that, nah, man, we need Tembazwane because in all the players that we had, no one was at his level. No one was offering us what we got from Tembazwane. So the fact that now he's been forced to select to Tembazwane is just proof that yeah. Okay, so here's a question. Bafana Bafana are playing tonight. Egypt are playing tonight, and these two teams are playing on Friday. Yeah. So I want to think about whether can I commit to analyzing the game of Bafana Bafana, then analyze the game of Egypt, like post-match, and then do the preview for the Saturday game. I mean, for the Friday game. I think I should because that's content, and I think it would be much more fun because now I'll be doing the analysis of what Egypt does, what Bafana Bafana does, and seeing who's going to win. And be a neutral, as if I'm not South African. I'll do that. It's gonna be some work, but it's fun. It's fun. It's not that tricky. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the analysis. Also, you guys, which team do you think is going to win? Is going to win the AFCON? We've talked about Morocco being the hosts and being the favorites. We've talked about, obviously, South Africa, we will be there. Nigeria, they are the ones who lost in the final against Cote d'Ivoire. But if I look at Cote d'Ivoire, man, there is nothing that says they might win. There's nothing. Really. When a team play one Cote d'Ivoire, you win a land. Yeah. So you Cote d'Ivoire. I don't so angiyiboni Cote d'Ivoire defending this crown. Like I really don't. Because what would have to happen for that to be a possibility? It just doesn't look at all. It just doesn't look like something that is happening at all. They are not looking scary at all. They do have some players like Amad Diallo. Any problem, Gushuzanzele, is center forward position. I feel like Lyle and Eva are the same type of center forward. You are right. They are definitely the same. They are definitely the same. Neither of them is a out and out goal scorer. The Umchita, Foster still scores, Mahopa still scores from time to time. But Kumli Katulo. But there is also Kumli. But Agnanto Yoguti, they are deadly. They are good at helping us play. They are very good. They are excellent. But in some games, you just need goals, like from your strikers or from someone. And that someone we usually, as people, prefer it would be our striker. So, That's a thing. That's a thing that we want as fans as well. Bantu benkosi, can you please like the video right about now? Could we like the video so that whenever you like the video, just know you are helping me a lot because you are telling YouTube that hey, this guy is worth listening to. So by liking that video, then YouTube shows it to more people. Funny enough, I wonder whether my title, I'm not getting the views that we have right now are less than the ones we had in the Morocco game, which I find strange because this is the South African channel and you would expect a lot more people to, click. So now I wonder if I should change the title to South Africa versus Angola instead of saying Bafana Bafana versus Angola, because who's searching South Africa versus Angola? The Senegal, my brother, where we yeah, Uzanzele is saying Senegal, my brother, they were dominant last AFCON. Yes, they did. Wonder how did Senegal even get knocked out? Because I don't remember. I know. Was it 2023? I do not even know. Were they not eliminated? Sadio Mane round 16 exit. Bakishwa Ivory Coast in a 1-1 draw. That was strange. No, Napetolo, I always get views on announcing on the other platforms never works for me. It works better when I'm here. It's just strange today that Bafana Bafana are playing. Or maybe it's because yesterday was a Sunday and it was later on. Some people are still coming back from work. So it's understandable. Awuzanzele is saying Ivory Coast. You think Ivory Coast could really win? Especially kule game Egypt. Pace is what we need. I am of the opinion that I don't believe that Ivory Coast could do anything. Like, let me look at their squad or their excuse me. They are in a group with Gabon and Cameroon. That's for starters. There is a problem group. Can we all agree that their easiest game comes on Christmas Eve on the 24th against Mozambique, and then on the 28th they play Cameroon. And then the last game they play Gabon. Gabon, when I watch them, they go to a point whereby they got to a point where they were playing this inter what. They were playing in the playoffs, basically. They were in the playoffs. So they can hold their own, right? No, I was saying which team they lost to. Oh, okay, yeah. They lost to Ivory Coast, all right. So I am thinking, this is me. You guys can also comment your own. So I'm thinking here, this is my thinking. The favorites to win this AFCON, Morocco is the host nation, obviously. That's me. I think Morocco is a host nation. They are likely to win it. However, remember there is one team that beats Morocco in Africa, and that's South Africa. So because of that, I think South Africa are the second in line in terms of winning this, because if any team plays against Morocco at any point in this tournament, they're likely going to lose. But Bafana Bafana has Morocco's number. That's just one thing that I know. That's one thing that I am confident with. We have Morocco's number. We have been beating Morocco every chance that we have gotten. Thus, I think we can beat them if we're to meet them again. That's one thing. On the other hand, I do think that Salah has fire lit under his ass, because he's basically in a position whereby he needs to win this. Right? He's just in a position whereby everyone, not everyone, like everyone from Egypt would want Salah to win. And now he's not the only one carrying Egypt to Mohamed Salah, because like I want to look at their squad, Egypt AFCON squad, because I know there's Mamouche mainly. Him and Mamouche could carry the team. Um, there is Abu Hamdi. They are not that high profile because a lot of those players are playing for Al Ahly. When there's nothing wrong with that, because most of our players play for Pirates locally. So if I look at the squad of Egypt, El Shanawi, Banu El Shanawi Ababili, Mustafa Shobey, Mohammed. Babi, is that the main keeper Al Ahly and the reserve Al Ahly? That's interesting. Uhani, Aid, Rabia, Sopi, Ibrahim. In terms of high profile, they don't really have, they do have high profile players. Abo Zizo, Abo Trezeguet, but Trezeguet was there last time and he did not do anything. Mamouche and Salah, as long as Egypt don't concede goals, they will kill people. Because remember, they are already in Africa. They are already, most of their players. Let me just look at their squad. If I look at their squad, I count how many Al Ahly players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Al Ahly players. And then how many Al Masry players? 1, 2, 3. They have 3 Al Masry players. Then they have a few Zamalek players. So they have a lot of domestic players as well. Who, by the way, if you've played for Zamalek or you are playing for Al Masry, who just beat Chiefs, or you are playing for Al Ahly, or you are playing for, any of those top teams, you are expected, you understand how it's like to play at this level of competition. So if Egypt, as Upetolo is saying, they will concede, he doesn't rate their defense. I think if they can avoid conceding, then teams will have problems. And also, guys, here's another thing that I see with African football. We don't have a lot of goals. Have you noticed that? That is what I'm saying. Egypt avoids conceding goals. If their defense can just be good enough, like be barely good, like not even, like do the bare minimum, just don't allow teams to get easy chances. Because I look at the goals that Morocco scored yesterday, the 2 goals that they scored. Can we like the video? Can we like the video? It's free of charge. If I look at the goals that Morocco scored yesterday, the first one, Brahim Diaz peels off, waits for the cutback, he scores. But Comoros were disciplined for the major part of that game, and they did not allow that kind of opportunity to fall to the hands of, Morocco. And then it happened. And then the second goal had to be a beautiful bicycle kick. So that tells me that, okay, once again, they had to do something special to beat a team like Comoros, with all due respect. So for me, I am still of the opinion that if you can do the bare minimum in this competition to not concede, if you don't give away, because that's what other teams do. You will see some teams, a lot of teams are just playing to avoid losing, right? And since they are playing to avoid losing, then you don't really at any point in time see the brilliance and the full extent of the player's ability. It's just, okay, we are just, sitting in our 4-5-1, 4-4-2 shape in without the ball, and we try to exploit opportunities if they come our way. Otherwise, we just have to maintain, shape. We just have to stay in shape and then see if there are opportunities. So, yeah. Zenzele is saying that we are not even in the top 5 to win it. Who is in your top 5 then, Zenzele? Because I'm thinking everyone will count Morocco. Everyone will give Nigeria a shout, even though they've been shambles in their qualifiers for the World Cup. They didn't even make it there. So if we remove Bafana Bafana, let me play along and look at the AFCON table groups. So Morocco on Group A, obviously they might go all the way. On our group, let's remove South Africa, right? Let's remove, as Uzenzele is saying. So if we're to remove South Africa, then we'd say Egypt, they will go all the way. The third group, there is Nigeria and Tunisia. So those are two teams who could make it all the way. And then Group D, there's Senegal and DRC. Damn. And then there's Group E, which has Algeria. And then Group F has Cameroon and Ivory Coast, which would mean Ivory Coast. So if we were to guess, okay, let's start with guessing who comes out on top from each group. Group A, Morocco and Mali go through to the next level. In our group, South Africa and Egypt. Group C, Nigeria and Tunisia. Sorry, Tanzania. Group D, you can't underestimate Benin, hey? You can't underestimate Benin. But Senegal, DRC, I'm sorry, Benin, because DRC has ballers there. And then Group E, Algeria. You know what's fun is that Sudan perform. I'm going to go Sudan. And then Group F, I'm going to go Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast and Gabon, Ivory Coast and Cameroon. Ivory Coast and Cameroon, I think now we have 12 teams. Now let's select 3 teams that will be the best number 3s. The first best number 3 will be Gabon from Group F. And then the next ones will be Benin from Group D. And then the next ones is likely going to be Tanzania in Group C. And then last but not least, I think I can give, let me see, I think Comoros might surprise us based on their performance from last night. Yeah. I think so. But when we talk about who reaches the finals, Nigeria might, but I'm still going to hold on to and think that it's just not going to happen. Because how will they? There's a lot going on in the Nigerian camp. There's just a lot going on. Like these players, it hasn't gotten to a point where they are refusing to show up and play for the national team. They're still showing up. It's just when I look at Nigeria, it doesn't seem like a team the plan from the coaching perspective. That's what I see. The players still want to do it, but when you watch, they also look frustrated. But then to really judge a team, you also look at when they score goals. They still celebrate. They're still trying. So they will be there. They will be there as well. But I don't put their chances above Bafana Bafana, obviously. But in this game, we currently have over 100 people live watching this game live, not the game, but watching the live. So can we like the video, at least get to 50? Not even, I'm not greedy. I'm not asking for 100 likes. I don't like. See, I hate this. The last time this thing happened was in Egypt. I don't like this. This thing of the opening match between Morocco and Comoros, the stadium is like this. It's full. And then second game, I didn't even watch the game during the day. In fact, let me just go back. Let me go channel lineup and go back. I want to check how that game between Mali and Zambia went. I want to see the attendance. It wasn't sold out either. It doesn't look like there were a lot of people. There were some, but then if you think about it, Mali is close to Morocco. So that's why. I don't like looking at the stadium being so empty. Then someone will say, oh, these two teams, both of them are from Southern Africa. I don't care. I don't care if it's Angola and South Africa. I wouldn't have cared if it was Angola and Botswana. If you are football lovers, guys, you attend matches. That's what you do. And also, I don't like this. Mina complain. Nkosi sikelela Tina lusapolwayo. Morena buruka sichaba saesu. Ufedin sedin sali matenye. Usiburuke, usiburuke. Sichaba sa. Yesu sichaba sa. South Africa, South Africa. En de blom van onze hemel en de diepte van onze. Reberedet es onze grote aanvoerder. Hey! Sound the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. I'm telling you now, give me 10, 15 years. I will be sitting on that. I will be sitting on the. I will be sitting there on that bench coaching Bafana Bafana. 10, 15, 20 years nyana nginikeze nje. Ngoba ngiyolanda AFCON once with my country. Ngidlala kanjalo. And then someone will fetch this clip on the 22nd of December 2010 of me just singing and vibing to my my national anthem. I must learn the I must learn the Afrikaans part. I wonder how many of us don't know the Afrikaans part, because I did Afrikaans up to grade 7. After that I didn't. We will be there. We will definitely be there at some point. We'll be sitting there, vibing, winning things. Angisabi Angola. I'm not scared of Angola. I know I'm sounding cocky right now, but I don't care. I'm not scared of Angola. The moment we start being scared of Angola, then just know Guti, the game's gone. We can't be scared of Angola. I'm not scared of Angola. Let's like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I see a lot of people are subscribing. So shout out to the people who have subscribed. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate that. You can also like the video. Those are things that are free. I'm going to attempt watching this game also while listening to what commentators are saying. And then I'm testing my patience because sometimes they annoy me so much because they say things that are not happening in a game. We're gonna beat them, man. We're gonna beat these ones and easily go to the next stage. So what I foresee in this game, we will win easily. We just need to massage them as well. I want to touch them all over, like 4-0. 4-0, and then we move. And then Friday, I know we'll draw with Egypt. And then the last game, we have to beat our people. 83% of people say that Bafana Bafana will win the game. Of course. Majority of the people watching here are likely South African. There is nothing wrong with that. I like how they always you know what's funny? I look at the way they display the starting 11 on TV. They show us that Bafana Bafana are playing a 4-4-2. They are not. Mbule is not playing as a striker with Forster. He's playing behind of Forster. And there are basically 4 lines. There are 5 lines because I'm counting the keeper as 1. Then there's the 4, which is the defense. Then it's the 2, which is the double pivot, Umkwena Noschole. Then there's the 3, which is Apolis, Mbule, and Kota. And then the last one up front is Lyle Forster. So it's not a 4-4-2. It's not been a 4-4-2. And yet somehow people keep on saying it's a 4-4-2. It's not. Okay, it's not. I know sayithanda 442 yethu. It's almost as if 442 is South African. It's Bafana Bafana's. It's been associated with us though. For a lot of times, South Africans will talk about hey, let's just go back to 442. Whenever things become difficult in any of these novel formations, people will just say, let's just go back to 442. It's even they turn the 442 bazalwane. Yeah, love the 442. Uh, okay. Let's see how we do. Guys, imagine like it's one thing. It's one thing that since I woke up today, there has never been a thought that says, what if we lost? Right? Like the whole day, literally, there's not been one time where I've thought we might lose this game. Yo, whereas Angola could surprise us. Not once. Is that arrogance or is that just a revelation of how confident this coach has made us confident? I think we're just confident. So yeah, ukhuluma kuphele ngempela siyagijima manje. We must putuma them, touch them all over early and fast. The way I want Umbule to stay fit, the way, because I see ukuthi he's obviously going to be targeted early, very early. Because why would you not? Like if you are told, oh yeah, this guy is their playmaker, obviously you attack him. Like with prejudice, don't even play around with him. They've analyzed, and it doesn't help. Well, for his perspective at least, it doesn't help ukuthi he scored in the previous game. I'm confident. Angibasabla bye. What a bad set piece to start the game, though. It's a horrible attempt. Huh. Guys, there's the corner into that. I do not know whether we need to talk about it now or not. But have you noticed how, and this is not to pit the players against each other and start saying this one is better or that one is bad. But have you noticed how Nkota's career all of a sudden seems to be ahead of Mfukeng's? He's playing in Saudi already, but I also heard to it's because Pirates want more money for Rele. But on top of that, he's also starting at the national team. Mfukeng, like, became president Yama 2000 and was known, and all of that. But it's only been Unkota who's now like ahead. He's scoring for Bafana Bafana, even or assisting or doing these great things. Even Manje, Umfukeng is still the main man at Pirates, but is he? Because right now at Pirates, the main man seems to be a police. I just hope from Bafana Bafana's point of view and wanting to have all our best players at the highest possible level of confidence as they can. I hope those things don't affect Mfukeng, because obviously I'm bringing this up because as a topic of discussion, because I've also had people talk about that, asking those questions. Ilula lento lena velek. Also, note how Nkota starts inverted on the other side because Umta overlaps. Weird enough, I'm looking at on the left hand side. Okay, I just saw a police shifting wider. But these guys seem to be on the same vertical line. By vertical line, I mean bobabili ba white and baganje. Akekho ngaphakathi. Both of them are like in line. Both of them are like this. Because I'm watching Motiba right now. His opening is on the touchline. And he receives the ball on the touchline. And the police was also wide. I think those things need to happen much quicker. We have to, because if both of you are on the same line, it's difficult for us to move the ball, because if the passing lane to Motiba is closed, the passing lane to our police will also be closed, because you are basically occupying the same vertical line, and that shouldn't happen. It's going to evolve, obviously, with the game, because one thing we know is that our police will receive the ball wide, and he will receive the ball wide, or police, and take them on and drift in, and then Umtiba can then make the inside to outrun, so that if they like play a reverse pass to him, he can then cross the ball. UTJ ONX is saying, these Arabs don't like football. Look how empty the stadium is. Fetu, this is my thing, without calling them these Arabs, but I don't like how Foster couldn't control the ball. What is wrong with him? I think that it's a problem. It's what I said beginning of the stream, on top of the stream. I said that I don't like the fact that the stadium is this empty. We saw this. You remember, people were so happy when Egypt were knocked out in the previous, not previous, I think it was the 2018 one, if I'm not mistaken, where Bafana Bafana eliminated Egypt. Remember when Lodge came on for Utembazwana and scored in that tournament? I remember very well that. I remember that a lot of people were not happy, just like I'm not happy with this attendance right now. I mean, you have the biggest tournament in the continent. The stadium can easily, let me check so that I don't speak out of my bum. Bafana Stade de Marrakesh. So the capacity of the stadium is 41,000. Look at that. I looked at the stadium and I saw which it was 40,000 capacity. Feel good about myself. Anyways, 40,000 capacity, but there is barely 5,000 people in the stadium. Barely 3,000, even the way I'm looking at it. Is there VR check? Why is the match being delayed? So, yeah, I saw someone asking me to show the game. Yeah, thank you, DJ Ox, for telling him, Guti, watch online on SABC. It's free. You can literally disconnect here and go watch on SABC. SABC has the right, so you can watch the game there. Marrakesh. Ah, man. I like how some people value can tell Uguti they are just on holiday, because you know people who love football, you know people who are just there for vibes, like, oh, I live in Morocco, South Africa playing here. What's happening here? Are they checking something? No, they are not checking anything. They are the ones who've had the first shot on target. Let's like the video, Batando. Can you please like the video? It's like the video. What's the delay? Oh, there was something wrong with the referees. With something in the equipment. Wow. Shout out to everyone who's subscribing, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate. I see the subscriptions are going up. People are subscribing. So shout out to you. It's free. It's free. So thank you. for doing that. I will not lie to you. I cannot miss the next. Well, I'm not counting the World Cup, but I cannot miss the next big tournament Bafana Bafana plays in. Um, Imala. So the next big tournament after the next two tournaments. Shout out to Petolo. That's a good press. When I was supposed to pass the ball there. When I was supposed to pass the ball. That was a good press by Bafana Bafana. And then he sees that the keeper is not in line. You know, I have a, what do you call this? I think Umkwena has power. I think Umkwena has technique. But I don't think he trains it hard enough. The technique and the shooting. He trains it better than the average player, obviously, but I still think his shooting could get much more accurate than what it is right now. Because a lot of South African footballers are gifted naturally. Like you can see, this is raw talent. Like if you watch Sipombule. If you watch Sipombule, do you see a player who's properly developed? I'm not saying he's not properly developed. Or do you just see raw talent? Mfukeng, he did go to School of Excellence and all of that. But he's not a player who looks like he's a product of development. If you look at, let's make an example. In England, if you look at players like Abu Phil Foden, that one, there's an element of, okay, this is good talent, but you can also see development because these players, how they kill the ball, how they are passing technique, how all of those things are. You can see with these things were developed. Most of our players, and we were talking about this yesterday, one of the biggest problems that we end up having in our football is most players are just good themselves. Like in Europe, there's a possibility that a player is not that great, but since they have good development, then they look good. Like I look at a player like Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson of Liverpool is not one who played for Liverpool, then Brentford. That player does not look like he's just talented at all. But he's properly developed. He does the basic things the right way. Like even players like if you look at Florian Wirtz, right? Okay, maybe let's not make him an example. Lamine Yamal, because everyone knows who Lamine Yamal is. He's a good and quality player, raw talent, but also there's a lot of development there. If you look at Mbogas, do you see this one is properly developed? Or you see, wow, what a talent this one is. Wow, what a physical specimen this is. What power this one has, So when I look at Mbogas, I see, and when I look at a lot of South African footballers, that's what I see. Like talent, right? We have a lot of that. And I think that's why most of our players don't make it abroad, because with all talent, they still lack at times in terms of, okay, fine, you can dribble 5 people and go forward, but how disciplined are you tactically? Like we saw Abo Pesitao struggling at Brighton, because you have to go up, down, up, down, up, down. Only the well-disciplined or the players who have had like proper development will survive. So I think that is one of the biggest things that we need to address. And I am talking as a person who's coaching as well in development. And I watched the unfortunate thing of players being forced to compete while they are 9, instead of a player like being allowed to grow, and learn things. We're just rushing them to grow and become athletes who can compete. But he's 9, and that's the issue that I and complain about Uguti. we are not being honest, and we're not helping the kids develop. As coaches, we're just trying to win and look good, and that does not help the young players. It just instead helps us, because I win a game and then they take me serious at the club. Good, oh, Umpelo has won all the games that he has played this season, but at what cost? You know, at what cost? Are you developing players? And then the answer is no. So then you are not helping anyone, because these players will grow up, they can't trap, they can't do anything, because when you are too focused on just kick the ball forward, chase after the ball, try to score. And they learn that, but they don't know anything. So, yeah. Angola not scared. Right? Can we see that? Angola also not scared. They are bringing the game to us. Don't let him shoot. What a save. Okay. I'm going to start getting worried. I don't want to be worried. Oh my goodness. Why eat a counter and then Umbule, he's trying to speed. He's trying to speed up to catch up. Yeah, and I'm a bit worried now, Guti. Why all of a sudden are we allowing these ones to even make a run at us? Uthi Ronlen. The commentator is calling Ronwen Williams Ronlen. Guys, just call him by his name, okay? Let's. Okay, I am officially worried. I'm not panicking. There is maybe worried. Let me ask. Let me ask. Which sounds worse, worried or concerned? I think worried sounds worse. Worried sounds worse than concerned. While often used interchangeably, worry generally implies a more intense emotional and potential unproductive state, whereas concern is typically calmer and more action oriented. Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm not worried yet. I'm a bit concerned, ever so slightly concerned. Bambi shape mfana. Oh my goodness, I love football. You see, when I see a team in shape, clearly adopting a specific shape, I don't care whether it's the team I'm playing against or the team that I'm supporting. Once I see shape in football, it's like something in my body is like, yes, there is discipline. And then you watch the Premier League or the Champions League, they don't care now. They just do man-to-man marking, and then they pressure you into the corner, and then the ball is up and down, and you're like, my eyes. And my eyes are being destroyed, by the way. Thank you very much, my content, because I'm in front of the screen, I'm in front of the light. It's just killing my eyes, because I have, at times I will spend 6 hours just sitting down analyzing a game. And by the way, I want to, here's my New Year's resolution. Here's my New Year's resolution. I want to post a lot more content on this channel in this coming year. Because what I've noticed is I'm now seen as this Kaizer Chiefs guy. I support Chiefs, but I love football more. That's why I started this channel to begin with, because I don't like being boxed in. Like, abantu abaningi sebengibuka as this guy who makes Kaizer Chiefs news and that and that. But I'm like, I'm much more than that. I'm actually a qualified coach. I have a SAFA D license. I was trying to do my C license this December or beginning of the year, whenever the opportunity comes. But now it's the stigma. It follows you with, oh, you are just you are just a Chiefs guy. I'm like, no, man. I love Chiefs, yes, but I want to just be known for, okay, this guy plays football. This guy talks about football. Hence the cutback. Hence these videos. Hence these watch-alongs of not just Bafana Bafana. I don't want to be seen as a supporter now, because that thing, I feel like it's limiting, and I don't want to be limited in my life and being boxed in. You are very famous. The numbers will translate soon. Thank you, but I'm famous for the wrong reasons, because out of the 500,000 followers I have across all platforms, most of them are coming from, I think 270,000 are from Coast Nation Fan TV on Facebook. Another 30, 40, 50,000 on TikTok, same thing. 70, 67,000 on YouTube, the main channel. Well, not the main channel, the other channel about Chiefs. It's just about, oh, yeah, Kaizer Chiefs. Say Coast Nation. I'm like, yeah. I would really like to not have that label now. Okay, back to the game. Like the video. I am looking. How is Angola pressing? They are pressing in a 4-4-2 shape. They are pressing in a 4-4-2 shape, but they are more than willing to step up if need be. Oh, we can score here. Apollo scores. Of course, Apollo scores. Of course, Apollo scores. Who else would have done it? That's beautiful. Apollos, you beauty. Can I say Pirates might be in a bit of a pickle? Apollos has been playing good for Pirates. Apollos has been playing good for Bafana Bafana. This is not a surprise to anyone what Apollos has scored. Right? Like, is it a surprise really to any one of us? No, it's not. So Apollos has scored. So the ball is switched across to Mtau, who receives, and then he plays a cross. And then this is gonna be listed as an assist ka Foster, but it's not really an assist. I mean, it's not. He just failed to control the ball, Foster. But since Apollos in the final third inverts, then that's what happens. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love it. Austin Apollos. I'm trying to find. Can I find an emoji here? I'm trying to find this ball emoji. This game is just about to get interesting, Jalo, because now Angola were clearly in this game thinking they can do something, as one should, right? So now they are now going to try even more to come back to this game. So this game is about to get very interesting. If it was ever so slightly interesting, just know it's going to be much more like that now. It's working. It really is working. Or it has worked. Yeah. So the movement of our wingers is the same, except that Unkota starts more central vele, but Apoli starts wide and then he inverts. And then Umdiba starts inside and then he overlaps. It's these things that you look at and you think, this is obvious, man. Why are teams not catching up to this? But it's when it's happening in real time and you have to track the guy, it sucks. It really does suck. Yeah. Why did I close this? You know what I was trying to do? Oh, I can always open it. Is there an A for assist? Yeah, it's fine. Police with the goal. And can we like the video? Can we please like the video? DJ Ongs is saying breadwinner of Pirates, Apollos. Breadwinner of South Africa even these days, because he's been, he's been that player. He's him, as the kids these days would say. He is him. And the thing is, we are not even on some, we need to destroy anyone. We don't care. I'm trying to see what the settings are telling me to do now. Okay. Angola. Everyone else is watching right now. Abo Morocco, because they know good to South Africa. I saw this video from this Nigerian guy who was saying that South Africa must come here. We must talk about the fact that they are favorites. They mustn't try and escape. But thina sifuna ukuhlala as underdogs, because if ungekho umuntu osinakile, we can play without the pressure. And and the funny thing is, into engihlekisayo right now, ukuthi Bafana Bafana since this game began have not been trying to even be aggressive all out. It's controlled. Like ukuthi, okay, we'll be aggressive in this case, but we won't just go out there and they can be patient as all they want, but now we don't care. Our main priority right now is South Africa. TLP. One thing that we just need to do, we need to avoid being on the back foot for a long time. I don't mind defending, just that I don't want to stay in that state for a long time. We must visit defending. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, this is not it. I am getting more and more concerned. Williams has had to make 2 billion saves. I do not like this. I don't like it when my keeper has to make saves. If my keeper is making saves, if my keeper is making saves, that means something is wrong with my defending. Right? If my keeper is making saves, I'm not defending as well as I should. So we should fix that. We won't be panicking, but I don't want that to start happening. You know what I would do as an experiment since we're winning in this game? What I would do as an experiment, bring on Campbell and play him as a 9 second half. Let's say the score is 2-0. And I want to make sure that I can still hit them on transition. Then if I leave Campbell in that area, then I know I can hit them. Don't allow him to shoot. They're entering our box, guys. I don't think I like that idea. I am not in love with the idea of this team. With this team constantly. Let's like the video. As I'm not liking what's happening here, the least you can do is like the video. So, what I'm also reading from this game is they're attacking a lot on our right side, left side, where there's a police. Did they trying to Pelavele coaches are smart, some at least. They know about how they always working the ball to the right hand side. Every single time they get the ball, they are trying to go through their number 4, just the right hand side, basically, their right hand side, which is our left. I wonder if that has to do with wanting to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because in one way they are trying to push Apolis back because they are attacking that side, but in another way it's just attacking because maybe that's their strongest side, because that's what you usually see sometimes in football. You'll see one team attacking that side and the other team, oh, usithole lo card. Nah, ngifuna ukubeka one light source, because this thing of having 2 lights is going to kill my eyes. So I'm just gonna put one light source so that ngingafi phela ngeke phela. This is much better. I will just crank up the ISO like it's nobody's business. I will just crank up the ISO like it's nobody's business, because ngeke phela ngifela nami ngingane yomfazi habe. Does look darker, but awungeke. Awungeke nami ngingane yomuntu. Ngeke. Like this one, especially the light that is this side, it's too bright. So ngilihlabe an artificial brightness. Akya. It's not the actual light. If I take my glasses off, no, I can't do that. I have to put them on. Okay, 33 minutes gone. What's going on with Stempela? I'm worried. Kushupetolo. Omo be saying lighting is better and more natural now. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. It looks different. Why is that guy rolling now? I disappear for 10 seconds and then all of a sudden, that's the problem with Abongezana ukuthi what else am I looking for? Bengakaze ngiyibone lento, is it? I'm busy fixing my. I fixed it. It doesn't look weird. Ngezana azothola lelo khadi nje manje ngalesikhathi. We need to slow down the game. The unfortunate thing, one player, man, that I love, my type of player, is the Luke Leroux. Oh my goodness, I love that player. But he's not making the Bafana Bafana squad anymore. Because Bruce identified one thing and one thing only. What sort of squad do you need? The squad, flipping hell. Damn it. Oh! Why? Yo, Buffett. Yo. Bako, let's consider. Yo, Buffett. Oh, this cannot happen. What happened there? Did he touch it? He touched it. Damn, that's a good goal. Oh, that's a good goal. Ronwen couldn't have done anything. Does Angola have European players? They do. And you do understand that this is supposed to be. Let you I was overconfident. I hate. Okay, Angola, their squad. Yo. I did say that it's going to be interesting, but I did not want it to get interesting. I those jelly states that I don't want to hear. That's the last thing I want to hear. With Angola have not lost an opening game. Oh, man. I hate this. And Angola Bafethu, let's be honest, the entire match, they've looked like the most likely. Even when we scored our goal, it was against the run of play. Excuse me. We're not dominant. We've not been dominant in this game at all. I hate this. Yeah, they have European-based players. My days. Once my knee starts shaking a bit from behind it. Oh. Come on, man. Samke. Ish, kodwa ngeke kwenzeke. No, Miguel is not in the Angolan squad. He wasn't selected. Oh, come on, man. Little hell. But then again, we sucked. We sucked. We, in fact, did we not lose? No, bengizothi elama Doritos ngizohlafuna, but then I realized ukuthi bese kuzwakala kabi kwi-camera. So it's fine. Yahlangana nipuzzle lapho dinhle awuthi ngiyi-distract. Umshana ubhizi ne-puzzle lapha. I promised her. Yahlangana. Enxa ka-ice cream. But we are back here, guys. I'm shaking. Okay, now I'm not concerned. I'm worried. Officially. On the 40-something minutes, I am announcing my worry on this game. Angeke nje ngikhohlise manje. What in this is this? Yo. No. Not. Good job, Michael. It was the 38th minute when I officially announced that I'm worried. Yeah, we need half time. We need half time more than the other guys needed, because Tina. We were slight favorites, but manje. Yeah. Wenzani manje more deep? Abo Mudiba ke we're not gonna survive if bezokwenza imsangano. He needs to calm down. He needs to calm down because we can't afford finishing this game. Phela manje, one thing that I'm seeing in this game is Angola smelling blood. Iqedile ngani? Good job. These ones are smelling blood. Izofuna yami nansi ingane ichachela ngaphansi. I charge. Sure. I wanna say I'm panicking, but this thing of being favorites, you see now, it lit the fire under these guys' bums, because now they are just looking like they want to win. They have the added incentive. Because my other thing, Uguti, we're in a group against Angola. It goes without saying that Angola would want to beat us because they were playing Messi a few weeks ago. They would want to, you know. And then on the other hand, there's Egypt, who are also, you know, thinking of themselves as the favorites to finish top of the group. Let's just not concede. And manje, guys, my biggest thing now is what are we going to do on the left-hand side? Because Motiba, they've clearly targeted that side. And now he's gotten so frustrated that he's committed a foul. Does he come back in the second half? Because if he does, as I said, he's being targeted clearly. That side has been targeted since the first minute. So I wonder what Bruce is going to do. Umop is saying reality check engaka ndoda. But it's one of those things again, Yoguti. One of the things that I've seen as well, I thought there was a goal. One of the things that I've also seen is that if you look at our squad, it's predictable, but not in a bad way, our starting 11. But we've been changing, experimenting with the left back. You remember that in one of the games, I think it was Nigeria, we played Kabini at left back. And then there was the other game where at left back we played Pasadine. Pasadine was becoming a starter at left back, and then it decided to go to Sundowns, and then he was sitting on the bench, so then he wasn't starting games. So I think there's always been that thing, even from Bruce's side, of being concerned with Modiba's ability to defend. Hence why, as I said, to Modiba, not to Modiba. That's why Pasadine was becoming, more than any other position, it's one position where we're starting to see Pasadine play much more. So that's my thing. Oh, 5 minutes added. I like this when I get to show that there's added time. So 5 minutes have been added. Okay, I must change the color. And I'm worried. I am worried. This is another corner. At some point, these guys might might penalize us. Now we'll probably come back a match. Let's just not concede, okay? We don't have anyone in the box njalo. Hayi nabo-ke kodwa manje Angola sebenza kakhulu. They trained with Messi a few weeks ago. All of a sudden, they are prime France. They are no longer untouchable. Oh. You know what I'm going to see online if I was to go on Twitter right now? I know that I'm going to find a lot of hate directed at Ngezana because he gave away the free kick. Yeah. Yellow card for Stoll. Our problems are compounding, guys. Our problems are compounding. It's starting to look like Soqeda le game short. The coach must make a decision between Hayi ngizoyibeka la i-microphone ngizowadla lama Doritos no juice. Maniqeda ukudla. Ngithi ngizongenzela ama Doritos no juice. Ngizokubeka la i-microphone ukuze ngeke ukuthi. Okay. With Stole, yellow card. Modiba, yellow card. And by the way, look at where he got the yellow card from, Ustol. He was helping the left-hand side. So that left-hand side, the Bayal attacker again and again and again and again. Hate that. Calvin is saying Yaya Stole is the weakest and unfit man. Kanjani, guys, he gives away one free kick and then he's the weakest link. Kanjani. But has to come on for Stole, honestly. But those two guys play a different role. You do realize that. If Mbata comes on for Stole, that means Umkwena stays deep. It doesn't go forward anymore. Angola used to be colonized by Portuguese, by the way. Half time, please. We won half time. Who would have thought? When I was busy before the game talking about start the game, I was so I feel bad. I don't even know. I was so half time. So it's half time. Half time, and Angola have been a better team. I hate to say it, but those are facts. Angola have been a better team. We probably underestimated them. I will be the one to raise my hand. I underestimated Angola. I am just, can I say perplexed? I'm eating humble pie. Fetolo is asking about thoughts. Okay. So my thoughts on this first half are as follows. We played a game where our opponent knew more about us than we did about them. That's where we start. That's a starting point. Angola knew more about us than we did about them. So we know about them, but it's that thing. I think it comes with arrogance. Is it professional arrogance? Is it what it's called? Let me see. Is that the right name? Professional arrogance. Professional arrogance is an inflated sense of self-importance, superiority, and entitlement in the workplace. Well, in this game, Nati, we came to it thinking that we're going to beat Angola. And Angola came thinking, oh, they think they can beat us, huh? So let's beat them because of that reason. And that's what they are doing. DJ Ongs is saying we lost the midfield battle. They ran the show there. I don't even think the problem is in midfielders, guys. I think the problem is that they are avoiding the midfield to begin with. They are not even trying to go through us. They are going around. They are attacking a lot on the right-hand side. Let me see if I can visually prove my point right now. How are we going to win the World Cup with such performances? Now we are pushing it, thinking we're going to win the World Cup. This is the tournament we want to win. But then I will caution against panic, because ngifuna ukucheck ama-stats la. I wanna check the field tilt. Well, there's no field tilt. Angazi ngikhuluma ngani. Info. All live score nabo bayasiropa. They're not showing us the whole thing. I wanted to see if there's an overlay. You know the thing that shows you which side they've been attacking, because from what I've seen with my eyes, these guys have been attacking us central, wide on the right hand side, our right hand side. And especially after we scored, they were even more dominant. I'm trying to see this thing. Statistics. Yeah, they're definitely attacking us mostly on the right hand side. I was just checking here to confirm were my eyes not deceiving me. Centrally, let me share. Can I share the screen? I think I can. Screen. Screen. Screen capture. Now, what I'm talking about. See this? They are taking this side, the right hand side. Here, this is Angola. They are scoring this way. Well, it's flipped around here. This is not acceptable. Like these stats here, big chances missed. They've missed one big chance. They've had 12 touches in our box. They have been fouled twice in our box. And look at where the ball is being passed. Obviously here, but slightly on the right, because that's where they are attacking us, which is just crazy. It's crazy. I don't like this. I don't like being dominated by anyone. And that's exactly what's currently happening right now. Angola just them. Damn it, man. But what do you guys think it went wrong? I think in my comments. I'll be reading your comments now. Okay, what went wrong? We're not going to win this game if we play like this. This game needs Mbatha kusho uPetolo. Ngiyanizwa phela ukuthi igame idinga uMbatha. Mina, I'm out here thinking, how does Mbatha help us? That's what I want to hear. That's the discussion I want to have. What value does he add? Right? And not because he's a bad player, but I'm saying, what value does he add? Because whenever I've watched him, I've not looked at Mbatha and thought, oh wow, he's good at controlling the tempo of the game. That has not happened, right? That's the only thing that I've seen that has happened is him being able to come in and score clutch goals. Go Pirates, it's the same thing. He can play. Because we have a lot of things that would need to be done in this game. Well, not a lot. But I think one of the things that might have to be done is we might have to take off between Uschole. We can even make double change. Can take off Uschole and take off Umodiba because of their yellow cards. The coach has to decide which one does he trust. And I think what's likely going to happen, Aupas might come on before Mbat. I think Aupas will come on so that he can help Umodiba on the left. If not, then they will bring on Ukabini. But now Ukabini look like he panics a lot. Yeah. So that's my thing. So I'm waiting, and I'm wondering as I'm sitting here on my chair, what is the coach telling these boys right now? A lot of people predicted Oh yeah. Ngiyeza kuma comments manje. I just saw something interesting from one of the comments. About Nkota, we have no midfield progression. Nkota. Yeah, Nkota man, ukuthi nakhona, if you look at where South Africa has been attacking, where we've been attacking, we've also been attacking down our left-hand side. So for the most part, the game is being played on the right-hand side of Angola, on the left-hand side of South Africa. So that's the thing. That's the issue. And Nkotana has not done much, but then you can't really blame him and say Yine wrong Enzile because the game is not even on his side. So he can't affect the game in any way, shape, or form. Because Angola are just forcing us. Since we scored a goal, they've just forced the game to be played on one side. And boy, is it working for them. Master Chef needs to come to the party. They are men marking him. Have you noticed that? Master Chef needs to come to the party. Now, midfield is dead. Those guys are pulling Umkwena in stall. Ilente physicality, and this is where Umkwena, not Umkwena, where Master Chef gets exposed. One thing when I said that Angola seems to know more about us than we know about them, I was talking about such things because oh, yeah. Their set piece are dangerous, of course. Kunento ibizwa ngani? I think is it in business kuphela or is it in other things as well? Lento ebizwa ngama-marginal gains. They are also beating us in the simple things like they are making sure that their set pieces look dangerous. That gives them a marginal advantage. Well, at this point, it's not even marginal because if they don't score, that chance the game stays at 0-0. But we commit a foul, they get a set play, and then they score a goal from that. So it's not even a marginal thing. They are just dangerous, and I hate this. But the Bruce I know is likely going to come back without any changes. Thank you. Ilo Kunja, Bruce engimaziyo, he's likely not going to make any changes. Funny enough, he's likely not going to make any. Thank you. He's not going to make any. He's not going to make any changes, and we're just gonna come back and see. Okay, so what I want to do now, I want to take a 10-second break. Well, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna be live until this video ends because that's what happened. Okay. Not expecting changes in this half. I am not expecting changes. You know what I want to check? I said I was going to do it. I said I was going to go on Twitter and check. Let me go and check. Ngifuna ukubona ama comments uthathini. Nanka ama comments. Top comment, too many long balls. Why do you keep pumping the ball forward? We had the lead. Keep the ball and play the ball on the ground. West part, we lose the ball every time we go long. Stop kicking long balls from Kota and Apolis. That they are short. Put the ball down. Someone is saying there's no need for both Stole and Mokoena. Take off Yaya from Fukeng. Then Mbule will play his actual position. We really dropped off after the goal. And people are saying, good thing you're not a coach. Mbule is the weakest link. Mbule does not need Rele to play his game. He's a number 10. So Aban Pixana, we stop playing after scoring. Why? Out of these players, Ngezana, Foster, and Kota Stole, playing in Europe does not mean you should always play in Bafana Bafana. And then Utuku Ngezana. Oh, people are quick to be emotional, are very quick to be emotional and insult players. Mrem is coming on. So Mremi is coming on. Muremi is coming on for Nkota. When the game began, at one position where I voiced a bit of concern. And we're back in the second half. Only one change. We need to putuma them, guys. We need to touch them all over as quickly as possible. What is happening here? Something happened here. Mbule should have done better. Mbule should have done better there. Mbule should have done better. Like. So we started the second half in control. And I already see Uguti Umremi, no, Apolis are already swapping flanks. Because Umremi, I've already seen him being on the right hand side and being on the left hand side. So they are now doing those rotations they do at Pirates. I just hope in all of this that none lose their heads. Too many long balls. The thumbnail featuring the Angolan player is utterly diabolical. Kanjani, how is it diabolical? Angithi we have started the second half better, to be fair. Angola is not making or taking any risks. They are trying to go long. But, oh, what? Wow, wow, wow. Sit down. Sit down. Wow. And I was just saying this, Uguti. They are trying to go long, but we have tall midfielders and they win the ball back. We transition, 2 passes later, the ball is with Moremi. He takes a shot, bottom corner, eat that. Damn! That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go, boys. Yeah, but when they say you hit that with conviction, that's exactly what it did there. Yabo? Yes. And you see, Guti, Rem is not like he's the strongest player to ever exist, but that slight thing that he has on his mate, Unkota, has given him that slight thing to be able to Uguti can guide a person and then on the other side, and then he takes a shot and then it's a goal. Don't tell me they're checking something. They are checking something. I'm not updating the score until they are done with what they are checking. Yo, VAR. Okay. The goal is not counted. Guys, I didn't even see. Wait. Angzwanga kuthiweni. So what's the reason? Oh, Forster was offside. Damn it. They had to go deep though. Mm. They had to go back with that, but it was yo. Yo. My only worry ke manje ukuthi how is this going to affect the confidence of the boys, because we've watched football, guys, and we know that sometimes if things are not going according to not the plan, but you feel like things are being unfair towards you, sometimes you drop off. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope this just lights a fire under them. Nguthi, let's go again. Mbula is better at protecting the ball in this half. We have the response is not bad. The response has not been bad. We've come back and we are looking better. You are right, Mpilo. Kunompilo futhi la. Who's saying plus Angola defenders will be more alert now. They will be. But if there's anything to be said, guys, I will say this. The fact that even the last AFCON we started bad, we lost 4-0 or 4-1, it gives me hope. Putao even missed the penalty. Oh my goodness, it hits the post. Shy crossbar umbokazi ubekhahlelilwe. Imagine if he had scored that. Yo, I want the camera to zoom out because I want to see how many people are actually there right now. Because I see on the center. Also, since we came back from the halftime, I've seen Mbule is controlling the ball more. Someone said on the comments, Mbule needs to come to the party. I think he has come to the party. He's much better now. He's much better, Umbule. Umbule is much better in this half. Umkweno, I haven't seen him much in this game. It would be nice if he introduces himself to this game by scoring. Okay, the stadium is empty. Stadium is definitely empty. Come on, Mkweno. Let me finish these Doritos. We're controlling the game much better. Nah, the more I look at this game though, the more I realize we should be ahead. That's a penalty. Come on, ref, that's a penalty. That should be a penalty. Motiba is gonna get himself sent off. They must take off Motib. He just committed a foul now. Motiba, they should take him off. They should take off Motib. That's a foul. That's a foul. It looks like a foul to me. Does it not look like a foul to you guys? That looks like a foul to me. Okay, coach must take off Motip. Motiba must be taken off like now. I hope Umta was not seriously injured. Nah, fam, I'm thinking. So, but it's a soft penalty. They're not giving it. They must take off Motiba, guys. They must take off Motiba. I am concerned. Counter, let's go. Counter. Damn. Angashai. Please take off Motiba. My problem right now is that I'm not seeing Kabini warming up. That's my thing. I'm not seeing Kabini warm up. The fact that I'm not seeing Kabini warm up is what worries me. And like that, let's like the video if you haven't. "24 minutes to go." Okay, good defending, Foster. This is happening again. Guys, do you see what's happening in this game? This whole thing of we're in charge of the first half of the half, right? Because even first half we scored, we dominated, scored a goal. Now, Angola doing the same thing. First half, it just happens that they came back and scored. And then dominated. But now they're dominating. They're slowly coming back to the game. I don't like that. Change it, please. Motiba off. Stolle off. Flip it. I would even take off Mbule. Okay, Mbule is playing. I won't take him. I wouldn't take him off in this game so far. It's fine. Ish. I'm trying to check Uguti. What a switch. Ay, Moremi was supposed to trap the ball there. Someone is on the ground. Mbule mnandi, mbule. And also, have you noticed, Tuguti, they've completely changed our police? I thought they were rotating. They are not. Murem is playing on the left and then our police is playing on the right. They've actually changed it. This is what I was saying to Bruce as well, Guti. One of the things that he does, if he sees that a player works in a system for their team, he will play them in that exact same place. Now we need to win this game, guys, because the game against Egypt, we might lose it even. So we need to beat these ones because Egypt might beat everyone in this group. So if we beat Angola and beat Zimbabwe, beat Angola and draw with Zimbabwe, we know that if we beat Angola, draw with Zimbabwe, 4 points safe because Angola are not going to beat Egypt. They can beat Zimbabwe. So if we draw with them, that means both of us will now beat Zimbabwe. And then, that's a problem. So we can't afford to draw this game. This is a game that we definitely need to win. If there is anything to do, we won. Like desperately. We desperately need to win this game. Abadlali ibhola phansi amajita now. Overlapper mtawa. Damn it. Ibhola silikhahlela kakhulu. We're kicking a ball a bit much. I don't like that. It's funny because I said in the oh my goodness. Who just lost the ball? Morem. Oh, Bogazi strong, Bagwet. Bogazi. Oh, Stole, what a good. No one wants the ball. I'm not happy with the speed of play. I'm not happy with the agents that were shown. I don't care for position. Not if we can possess the ball until I don't know. I don't really care. Damn it. Ngaze ngafrustrate-eka ke nami ke manje. I'm frustrated ngenye indlela manje. Ngifrustrated ke manje. I think we need another change. Nangu Mabululu. Just over 3,000. Imagine that. It's what I was saying. But there are barely 3,000 people in that stadium. I was right. I want to see changes for Bafana Bafana. Damn it. Last Sunday, 15 minutes. Ah. We don't look like Bafana Bafana, man. I need us to be slicker than this. Look. Legs are gone, but if you are popular, you are popular. Bro. Phela isabi vele Angola. These guys are clearly not scared. But this is the thing, you can't afford that. Cut back. Cut back. Oh, Nkosi yami. Oh. Ah, Foster. Foster. Should have scored that. Should have scored that. Even I think even even Umchita should have done better. Both of them. Foster should have done better. He could have rolled the ball across. He could have laced it. Yo, we need more bites. We need more bites. Funny enough, on one hand, I get why the coach is so cautious with making changes. Because you make changes and then you destabilize the whole thing. Pass, pass. Ah. Mm. Asambe. Movement is limited, man. Movement is limited. A scoring. What a goal! My goodness! Lyle freaking Foster. Lyle freaking Frosler. Let's go, you haters. Khona phela bangamfuni. Come on. Lovely boy. Lovely. Damn. It is the goal worthy of winning any match. Unakho-ke Lyle. After missing that good opportunity, he's then gone on and scored this one. This is the mentality. This is what we want. Like, show that you can win matches that don't look like you can win, and do fantastic things like that. What a goal. What a goal. You see the combination play that happened there. And he placed it. Technique well. Technique as well. That's a good goal. Yo, Foster. That is that is a good finish. That is a good finish. Oh, I'm happy for him as well. Because it's not just about Bafana Bafana. He's one of those players that have just been. Mm. Oh, Konagati Sebetu Foster akakhishwa already because he was offside. This is going to be a good finale. But I don't really care for the big finale. All I care about is let's just Mkwena Williams. Oh, Mkwana has come on. They took off two people. Ah, this is beautiful, man. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. Our police went off as well. Mfukeng no Mkwana came on. Angimbonanga nakumbona kumfukeng ngena ngo-77. And then our police is off. Mokwana. I think this late resurgence. I forgot to update the score. You are right. Saying it's updating. Thank you. Yes, the score is 2-1. I completely forgot. Thank you. Um, Don't concede. Update score. Ronwen, we don't want a corner when you did that to Sundowns in the Club World Cup. Don't do it to us here. Yeah, winning this game puts us in a much better position. Because I don't think we winning this game almost guarantees Uguti we are going to the next stage. Almost. Because then even if we lose to Egypt, winning your first game is always a good thing. You win your first game, you lose to Egypt or you draw with Egypt, and then you win, you draw the last match, you're in a good place. So, and I don't think Egypt would beat us. Making the final changes. You can tell with the number 16, the captain is set, not because they are taking him off, but because they are losing. Yeah, you tried, boys, but it's just not good enough. Hi, Boronza. Basically, yo, that was a good goal, eh? Like, that was a really, really good goal. That was a good finish. I'm down. We need to see this game off now. I don't want to be that guy. Is this guy gonna get a red card after coming on? This guy just came on, didn't he? But now it looks like he's asking for a red card as well. Yeah, I'm sure this must head for them, Shem. Lona is coming off the bench. He's supposed to be not calmer, but yeah, he's supposed to be calmer because. And then there's also a yellow card. And then you wonder why he's sitting on the bench for his team. Let's just not concede now. Let's just not. Okay, it's our free kick. I haven't seen him focusing on the ball. Uphi vele. Who just lost the ball there? Futhi, that's our pass. It's not Fuking. Ngiyasho mos ukuthi angiboni Mfukeng mina la. I'm seeing our pass, not. Yeah, ngiyasho ukuthi our pass man. So kule nto iqhamuka nami sengize ngayikholwa ngayibhala phansi. it makes all the sense in the world as well, because it wouldn't make any sense. And that is why manje you seeing actually ukuthi u-Albus, yeah, is playing the Mkwena position. Mkwena is now a bit ahead. Phela ngiyasho ukuthi angiboni Mfukeng lana. So Fasco made a mistake nami ngabuka because I just saw it changing so fast on TV. Awenzani naye manje lo mjito. Release asambeni. Sambeni let's go. Yeah, Frostla has been good. He's been really brilliant. Besides winning the game, obviously, his hold up play. Yeah, Umkwena is definitely now pushing further up, leaving Alpas Nostole deeper. Aye, man. Five minutes added on. They've added 5 minutes. Ngathi khona umuntu omemeza wathi hold on, or is it my ears? I'm seeing Moroccans who are wearing South African kits. I'm like, I can see this one is not South African. Because we know our people, we know our colored people, we know our Indian people. You can see with this one is Arab. He's not colored. He's not. People are having fun. The stadium is empty, but at least people are having fun. Those who are there. You know what's perplexing to me as well is the fact that the tickets for the World Cup, there will be a lot of those. I think I'm going to make a post-match analysis video as well for this. Yeah, because I have a few words to say that will just fit a 10-minute video as well. 8 depends. I will see how long the video goes. Yo, we give away a corner. We give away a corner. That is not good. Wengan. Ipi Peniam. Peniam. Uninikeza notepad lapho. I wanna write my thoughts so that I can make a post-match video now. Thank you. One. Kunento eyenzakale lapha. Ngizama ukucheck manje ukuthi what are they gonna do? Holding my breath. Let's not concede. The game is ending. Blow the whistle, ref. Ah. Come on. Come on. End the game already. Okay, it's over. We've won. I will see you guys on the post-match video just now.